Letter recognition is the ability to name and recognize letters. Children who know their letters can distinguish between them. They can learn their sounds more easily, and they're more interested in learning to spell, read, and write. But what order do you teach the letters in? And are there some fun ways to do it? I'm Amanda Hasty, mother and teacher, and today I'm going to talk about 4 common orders for teaching letters. And we're going to end with some fun ways that you can teach letter recognition. And don't forget, like and subscribe for more great educational content and tips. Some people assume that you have to teach letter recognition in alphabetical order. It's true, A, B, C, those beginning letters of the alphabet, are commonly recognized by children because of the frequency in which they're exposed to them. Books, games, puzzles, even the famous alphabet song has the alphabet in alphabetical order. So, because of all these resources that are available, there are some advantages to teaching the alphabet in that order. However, even though it's the traditional way of teaching the alphabet, research shows that it might not be the most effective and can even be confusing to some children. So let's look at 3 other orders you can use for teaching letter recognition. The Carnine system is a research-based system that separates visually and auditorily similar letters. So children aren't having to learn B and D at the same time, or the sounds I and E at the same time. The Carnine system also puts frequently occurring letters, or ones that are used the most often, at the beginning, and then they learn the less used letters towards the end. In the Carnine system, both upper and lowercase letters are learned, but not all at the same time. The ones that are visually similar, like O, are taught together, but the lower and uppercase letters that look different from each other are taught separately. You can see the order here. If you choose to teach letter recognition in the Carnine order, there are a lot of resources available. There's even a song. In the classroom setting, I've used the 6-group system to teach letter recognition. This system and ones like it are encouraged because children are able to start forming words early on. With the system that I used, the first group had 6 letters in it, and with those 6 letters, children were able to start reading and writing 20 different words. I like this system because it encourages independence with reading and writing right at the beginning of letter recognition. Now, most children quickly recognize uppercase letters, but most reading and writing is done in lowercase. So I've used this system 2 different ways. If I'm able to do a letter of the week, I like to teach the lower and the uppercase letters together. However, sometimes in the classroom, I would be teaching 4 letters every single week. And in that case, I would teach all the lowercase first and the uppercase after. You can see the 6 groups and the order in which I taught the letters here. There are many other grouped letter systems that you can find online. If you choose to teach letter recognition with the group system, you may be able to find some readers that only use words with letters from your first few groups. Your children will be so excited that they can read with only knowing just a few letters. If you have more flexibility, like you're teaching your own children, then you can teach familiar letters first, letters that are important to the child. I've done this with my daughter. We started by teaching her the first letter of her name. Then I taught her the first letter of my name and the first letter of her dad's name. Then she started getting really excited about getting the mail because she could look at the first letter and figure out who the letter or package was to. And then we became pen pals with some of our extended family, and I taught her the first letter of their names. Then she could figure out if the letter was to her and who was writing to her, just by first letters. We've gradually added more letters, like the first letter of our pet's name and the first letter of some of her favorite toys and objects. She has really enjoyed learning familiar letters because the letters have significance to her. They have a purpose. If you choose to teach familiar letters first, you have a lot of freedom in which letter you teach next. I've really let my daughter be the driving force between which letters we're learning. If she's interested or asks, then we learn a letter. Or if we meet someone new, or as we're talking to a relative, I talk about what their letter is. So once you've chosen an order to teach letter recognition in, how do you teach it? Well, I have 4 tips. First, make sure you're being developmentally appropriate. Not all children develop at the same rate. If you're pushing a young child who's not ready to learn their letters yet, you're both going to get frustrated. Second, make sure to do a little bit of learning often. Rather than trying to stuff learning all about a letter into 1 hour slot, just do 1 minute here or 1 minute there. Throughout the day, do little things to help with letter recognition. Third, if you can make it hands-on, all the better. And fourth, make it engaging. If your child is enjoying it, then they're going to learn more. I'm going to show you a couple clips of things that I've done to teach letter recognition, both in my classroom and with my daughter. When you're first teaching letter recognition, making it tactile is really important. You can have your kids write the letters in shaving cream or whipped cream. They can form letters with wiki sticks or with clay. If you have a sandbox, or you can buy a small dish of sand at a craft store and write the letters in the sand. It's also fun to make letters into crafts. The crafts can be of something that starts with that letter. I like to print out bubble letters, and I use them for many different things. You can use them to do rainbow letter writing, where you take different colors of crayons, colored pencils, or markers, and trace over the letter multiple times. You can also glue things on a bubble letter. B is for beans, so I'm gluing some beans onto my B. Stickers are also great for those fine motor skills, but you can also use them to help with your letter recognition. F is for fruit, so we have some fruit stickers going onto our letter F. When I do letter of the week, I like to make crowns, badges, and watches with the letter we're focusing on. Every child I've done this with really enjoys becoming a Y queen or an X king. The badge is for letter detectives, and then they run around the classroom or the house finding which letter they're focusing on. I go around my house and I label things. This makes the letter real to the child. These are items they already know the names of, but now they know what letter they start with. Bath clings are always fun. Your child can start spelling simple words or even their name. I really like children being able to read a book, even if it's just recognizing the letters in a letter book. There's lots of free ones available to print out online. I've collected many letters out of the games from used in discount stores. These are great for playing letter identification or letter sort. We are always playing letter detective. We are finding letters wherever we go. I sometimes write a group of letters on sticky notes and put them on the floor. As I call out the name of a letter, children can hit them with a fly swatter or drive a toy car to them. It's good for children to start associating upper and lowercase letters together. So I print out upper and lowercase letters and do some sorting or matching. I start with just a few letters, and then we get more and more as the child learns. You can also match upper and lowercase letters with a piece of paper and some paper cups. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any engaging activities that you've done to teach letter recognition, put it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot.